Well, good afternoon. We're at it again, trying to stay busy here. We appreciate you coming back to the channel, and if you're not a returning person, well, thank you for stopping by. So what we have today is a 73 first year of the iconic square body short bed C10 service truck. Was actually a cabin chassis style from GM with an actual build tag for turning it into a service truck. So it's got minimal rust on it. I picked it up a couple of years ago. I bought it, forgot all about it until we were passing by one day, and I was like, let me go get my truck. So I went and got my truck. It's been sitting for a while. It's been sitting for 2.5 years with me. A couple of years before that for the guy that owned it before me, and then a gentleman passed away and it sat in a field or under some pine trees or something for a while at that point. So I ended up with it actually stopping to ask a question about a tractor, and I saw this sitting there, and we chose to do a deal on it. So let's start on the inside and work our way around it. So I'm not sure their thought process on all the different color schemes here. You got a saddle seat that's just ugly as all get out. You got light blue or sky blue, whatever blue, that's really ugly. And then a nice darker blue. And then you've got painted gray panels that were blue that they painted gray. Don't help me out here. Why? I mean, that's whatever. Okay, so get rid of the flying demon out of here. Okay, now that he's gone. So this is a fuel switch to go from left to right on the fuel. The fuel tank switch to go from passenger to driver and driver to passenger. It's actually a really nice floor for what it is. There's a little bit of rust here. They tried to Bondo, and it worked just so well that it's just peeling away. That's okay. I'm not going to shoot the guy in the foot because he's no longer around to defend himself. But that rust is the only rust in the whole cab. Rockers, solid all the way around. Doors, no rust on the doors at all. So here's the service bed. It's got one locked door, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna drill it out or maybe try to figure a different way in. We've got, what is this? A whole bunch of welding rods. Don't know if they're good. I haven't really looked at them. A couple floor mats that they were covering, trying to keep them okay, I guess. Old. So 93 was the last time this was registered. So it was on the road, or last registered, man, 20 years ago. 30 years ago. 20 years ago. This thing's old, all right? 30, whatever. So, on this side, this is the locked door. I can't get in. But we have some kind of pump, some kind of an electrical adapter, some other just stuff. But it is solid. I mean, not beat up. By no means. Somebody took really good care of this. I mean, very little rust. Just, I mean, almost nothing in it. No rust. Got a full set of caps. There's one on this somewhere here. And then, if I remember right, this was almost empty. So it's got a spare window crank, a little thing of heat shrink, some pins, and dirt. Nothing exciting there. Got one crack in the dash, but I really don't like that dash pad anyways, so who knows what we'll do with it. It's got a dime-sized spot right here of rust, and then a little bit right here starting on this fender. And I don't know if I'm going to replace the fender or just fix that. And then up here, it looks like somebody tried bonding it and did a not so wonderful job here. All right, there's our engine. It's either going to be $350 or $305, and let's see what it says on the plate right here. Heavy duty shock absorbers, turbo hydraulic transmission, heavy duty radiator, standard vinyl. It's got an optional axle ratio. What is, I don't understand. So it's Catalina blue. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. And I'm gonna repaint it back to the way it was. The roof or ceiling of it looks good. It's a pretty clean little unit. 350. Looks maybe like a 305. Now this is not an AC truck, but somebody added AC to the truck. That's what it looks like to me. And let's dig into it and see what we got. All right, oil dipstick. Looks almost, oddly enough, brand new. Smells new too. No fuel in it. That's a good sign. Let's find a spot that we can set this on, or set y'all down on, and get a view, maybe, of the hood, or under the hood. I don't know. Okay. There we go. Well, that's brand new. Somebody was working on this at one point. Let's see here. All right. Typical farmer repairs here. Let's see if the carburetor's locked up. No, it is not. Well, that is good. It's a good sign. Let's see. Anything else funny here? Let's see. We got a red wire that seems to be running. Yep, it's running down to the starter. I wonder if that was their way of bypassing the ignition. Oh, we'll see here shortly, won't we? So, we have figured out the oil looks good. The carburetor's not locked up. We got some weird wiring going on. Some farmer repairs to fuel, maybe air as well. Let's see if the engine turns. Let's see. Push in on the belt and pull on the. Oh. Yep. It does turn. Oh, it's a little tight, but it does turn. Let's see. All right. I don't know if you can see it, but that is cherry red. Not burnt. Smells good. Let's hope that this. I mean, it seems to have been taken care of until it sat. So I mean, it's not locked up. Carb's not. The engine's not locked. The carb's not locked. Oil looks good. Transmission fluid looks good. It is in park. Let's see if we can figure out if she turns over it. All right. Well, let's make us a fuel container here. It says to recycle. So let's recycle it. All right. That's probably way too big of a spot, but we'll see. All right, so we have made a pour bottle, and let's see here. We're working with ground here. Battery. Where is our positive? Here is our positive. Any sparks? No sparks. Good sign. No sparks. Do we see any smells, burning, anything like that? Well, battery's hooked up. Let's see if it'll do anything. Going hot. No, nothing. No click, no nothing. Okay, so what do we got? We got the wires under there. Wires running through there. Well, I don't know if y'all can here. Let's make sure you can see what I'm looking at right here. Okay. So you see these red wires all right here. I'm wondering if this was their way, like I said, of bypassing the starter wires before they put an ignition in and just didn't finish it. Let's see. Oh. Yes. So we have positive turnage. All right. So let's see if we can maybe put a little too much fuel in here. A little bit in the butterfly. Keep filling up the bowl. All right, that should be sufficient enough to get us in trouble. All right. Now I did turn the key on in the truck because it'll only go as far as the on position. It will not go into the start position. Let's see. Oh, she runs. Well, she starts. All right, so let's add a little more. Now, let's see if I can get her to stay. Oh. Okay, so we need a little more fuel than that. Let's see. Give that bowl a good drink. Oh. All right, a little bit better drink there. The only thing I got to worry about now, well, one of the things, is if it backfires. Oh, she sounds good. No. For her first couple starts, I don't hear any kind of valve train rattle or engine rattle whatsoever. I hear none of that. I don't know if y'all hear anything, but I sure don't. I think that that she's going to be a good runner. Let's add a little bit more to her. Let's try it this way. I don't know. Oh yeah. That's you know, more than sufficient to run it for a few seconds. Oh yeah. So we know that it's not pulling fuel from whichever side it's on. Let me swap the switch over and see. All right, so the switch is frozen. Let's see if we can look under the truck here and figure out. All right. So there's this one. Okay. So give me a minute. I'm gonna have to go get a screwdriver and try to find me a hollow something to jump this hose. Be right back. There is my farmer fix. So these are female and male air chuck ends They're 3/8. I should be able to slide the fuel line over, delete the passenger side tank, because I'm not sure which tank it's going to draw off of, but I'm going to delete it and drop the hose, or not drop the hose, but take the hose and stick them on there, tighten them down, and see if we can get it to pull fuel. All right, so I used my little adapter that I made and bypassed the passenger side tank, and I'm only going to use a driver's side tank while we do this. All right, it now has about 3 gallons of fuel in it. See if we can get it to actually stay running on its own. Take a second here and fill the bowl up. And everything else, that's you know, that's okay. Let's see. Hadn't started drawing yet. Well, what we may have to do is see if this is a solid line here. And it is. Then go grab some tools. Let's see if we can get this to start pumping. All right, let's see. I think this is going to be either 5/8 or 11/16. So I got a 17 millimeter, which is pretty close. Let's see if we can get it to pop off. Okay. Like it loosened up. All right, so nothing, no liquid whatsoever is in this. The hard part's going to be, being it's a solid line, get it to actually take fuel without too big of a mess. But I think I can make this work. So what I have done, besides making a mess here, is I've taken some 3/8 line, ran it down, ran the line to the line that goes down to the pump, the fuel line that goes down to the pump, and I have poured fuel in this until it was full here, and I let it bleed down, hoping that it will soften the diaphragm that's in that pump to start pumping fuel. So what we'll do, as you can see, there's still fuel in it. We'll just put that there. And if it starts pumping, we'll just send it right back down into here. But let's see if she starts pumping fuel. Oh, is the battery dead? It looks like it. All right, well, let me see what I can do on a battery. Give me just a minute. All right. Not sure what that malfunction was with the starting of it, but it's got to be something with the starter. All right, I swapped out the battery with another one that was just charged not too long ago. Oh. Looks like the pump started. Not flood it, but it's looking like the pump's starting to free itself up. So, it looks like the pump is trying. So, let's put this back on. Crank it up again and see. If not, we might have to go get a pump. But it did start pushing as we went. All right. Now, should be just enough. Amazingly. Well, it's got a little, probably a mouse or something cooking in there. It's really not something you want to smell. But she's idling, she's past her fuel. So that's fuel coming out of that tank. Make sure she's got plenty of, yeah, I can see antifreeze down there. If she's got antifreeze, she won't overheat. Look at that. I mean, I don't know the last time it ran, because the guy I got it from, heck, I bought it from him 2 years ago, and it had been sitting for a long time before he got to it, or before I got to it, and it had been sitting for several years before he got it. Well, this is... pipe being worked. It's definitely dry. Let's see if it'll idle long enough to hear it from the back. Get this to stand up. I still have to order some sandbags to hold it. Let's see how it sounds. Oh yeah, she sounds great. All right, I still think that fuel pump is still weak, but that's her first run. Let's check oil pressure and see. We'll get her cranked back up. We'll look at oil pressure and see if anything in here works. Let's get you to stick right there. Well, that is something. I really didn't expect it to start and run this well. Fast enough before she dies. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna have to shrink you down. You are on my neat little new tripod that I was given, and I'm still getting used to using it. It's new to me. So I'm gonna mess with it a little bit and see if we can get it right. All right. So let's see. We have about 40 or so pounds of oil pressure. I ignore the temp, it's been sitting like that. Those are good amps. Now, my question is, will it go? Come on. Will it go into reverse? Look real quick and see. The more she runs, the better she's sounding. Oh yeah. Yep, she needs fluid. Oh, good though. Yeah, those belts are just horrible. See if I can find some fluid laying around here. not even on the stick, it's transmission fluid. So I'm going to put 2 quarts in and see if it's going. Not yet. Let me go get some more. Don't turn me into a ninja wasp. Go away. So I think with a little more running, That's acting like there's nothing there. Well, huh. What would you be? 'Cause, wait a minute. I bet you I know. I bet you my feet kicked it. My bet was right. My feet did kick it. Maybe timing? Maybe it's a timing issue. Well, we know it runs. We know it runs good. I'm gonna put a push button. I'm gonna put a push button starter in the dash, and I don't know, do something with this wiring. It's a disaster. Double check all the water. Double check the oil, which it seemed to be good. It has gears, forward and reverse. So I think today was very successful. What do y'all think? Shoot me some comments down below. And should I keep it? Should I sell it? Should I put a little bit of work in this box, replace that box, or should I just leave it as is, give it a blue paint job, get rid of the brown seat that's in it, do a little bit of more work on it because it doesn't smoke, doesn't clank, it just, you know, needs a little bit of love. Tune up and stuff will probably fix all this rough running. And I don't know, you just tell me, because I'm not sure. But y'all give me a heads up and let me know, because I kind of like the truck, especially now knowing that it runs this nice. Well, y'all, you know, as always, it's been a pleasure having you stop by and check this out. We're gonna keep this going. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll work on my Corvette next. Maybe not. That one eventually I'm gonna pull all the way apart. I want to do a LS swap on it, which will be part of the channel. I just don't have room in my shop right now, and once I do, we'll go ahead and throw that in here. Well, let me see about getting rid of all these flying death stingers over here, and because I think I have upset them. But y'all like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are, awesome. I really appreciate it. Y'all have fun, enjoy your day, and Chris, as always, get your 15 minutes of work in. It will actually help. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, and see you next time.